Hello and welcome to Long Rest. Gather with me around the night's campfire where we will recap the stories told on Forge of Lore. Are you guys excited?
Hell yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Very, very, very excited.
Nailed it. We sound extremely excited.
This is
A bit of a mixed bag
my
here.
excited sound.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is.
Maybe I should come back next week.
Okay. All right. Good night, everyone. Oh, wait.
All right. So, I believe the last long rest we had, you all were gathered together. I was with you guys maybe the night before, I believe, doing our own personal campaign that Eric ran. It looked like you guys were having a really good time all together, which is very sad to have missed out on, but you guys recapped episodes 1 through, I believe, 49?
43.
43.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys ended at the fact that you were surrounded by the Colburn guards.
Indeed.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
That's where you ended the last long rest. Yeah.
Yeah, the last 12 episodes have only been since that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sucked.
Not much has happened.
Not much.
Well,
No big
there's a
war
lot of
dumps.
travel. There's a lot of travel.
I mean, we didn't know about Minnie at that point.
It's true.
So, speaking of which,
We also didn't know that Hertha was a bitch.
You know what? I knew. Deep inside, I knew.
So once you guys were surrounded by the Colburn guards, you all got taken after you were sussed out and figured out that Niph was really a Colburn. You were taken to the estate, where you guys met up with some long-lost friends and family. So let's talk about the Colburn estates, and let's kind of start with pre-dinner. So, pre-dinner.
One of my
Dinner's going to be
favorite
its
bits.
own little, probably 20-minute segment. So,
Sure.
pre-dinner.
Pre-dinner sounds kind of hot.
So, Niph, Emmy, what was it like for Niph to be reunited with her family? And you can either do it in however order of the family you want, or you can start with your favorite family.
My favorite family was not there. And at that point in time, I was not suspicious as to why that was.
Excuse me, I was there. I'm your favorite family.
Your
family, God.
okay? It's about family.
It's all about them.
It's about family. Granny shifted.
It was so awkward for her to be reunited with her family based off of the last interaction they had, which was basically her going, I'm gonna fucking head out into the world. And they were like, no. And she was like, no, bye, see ya.
Yeah.
Her favorite is Erling, and sadly he was not there at the time. Of course, Selby is also a great one. I'm blanking on the youngest.
I got it in front. Oh,
Oon, right? Yeah, okay. Oon is
was
her
the youngest.
her
12-year-old.
second favorite. She loves that kid so much, and this was the first time she got to actually meet her in person.
10 years old.
She's 10, yeah, because she left 10 years ago before she was born, and has been in constant contact with her since. So that was a really exciting interaction to have.
So about how old would you say she was before, and how about did you even get in contact with her? Or her with you, for that matter?
I think she mostly had interactions with Selby for the first several years of her life, and expressed interest in getting to know Oon, and would receive, like small letters that were basically just scribblings of a child, and up until she could learn how to write, and Selby didn't have to read the letters to her anymore. She could do it herself. So they kind of had a bonding experience over that learning curve.
Nice. was there any, see, you met with them and then you all kind of got separated. And this is something I forgot about. So the way my mind works, folks, you're going to understand that I got a list of questions and then real life, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, these things. I've got these questions in my head anyways.
Tyler, like the rest of us, has ADHD. Surprise, surprise.
Yes.
Who, what, where,
so
what?
you all got separated. Niph got sent to her room.
And like
everyone else got sent to the guest house. Where shenanigans happened.
Didn't we take a bath first? Or am I messing?
No, that was after dinner.
Oh. Well,
that's the whole segment. That's the segment of after dinner stuff.
Gotcha.
So I can't remember. I believe Gendry, didn't Gendry go with Niph? No, Gendry stayed. No,
it was only Niph.
Gendry was the one who did the whole coat bit.
Yes. So, Josh. Yes, Cedric got convinced that it was proper etiquette to wear as much clothes as you possibly could wear to the fancy dinner.
I love that bit.
I love derailing it.
Yes. Well, how far in, if you would have to say, how much did you actually think that Cedric would have been able to get on?
Oh, I think we were at our max capacity. I think we emptied out that closet.
Well, in real life, Josh did it too.
And I could only put on 4 or 5 shirts. So
yeah, we during our photo shoot when we were together in person, we had already recorded that episode. So we took a picture where we tried putting on as many pieces of clothing onto Josh as possible. It wasn't much.
It
was amazing
to find that picture.
So the fact that Cedric got an entire pile, like a closet of clothes, that's a feat.
That is impressive for the fact of somebody who never wears a shirt. Do you think he would have gotten claustrophobia, all that stuff around him and on him?
I think I would have been sweating profusely. At least the first 3 layers of shirts would have just been soaking wet.
Yeah, you got hot real quick when you tried it in real life.
He was in front of a bunch of lights, though, so...
That was a sweaty spaghetti.
Would you have tried to have given those sweaty clothes after you took them off to the family members as keepsakes?
No. If we made it all the way down...
Smells like me.
I think if we made it all the way down, I would have been mad that I couldn't have eaten. So I would have rolled a strength check to try to rip them all. And then I just would have eaten with ripped shirts on.
Be Thorin's first.
I'm pretty happy we didn't do that because Nifrim's daddy would have been. He would have been very upset.
He wouldn't have liked that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. As Eric was saying, you would have had to have force-fed you or spoon-fed you.
And I would have been so obnoxious. Put it in my mouth.
Like a baby birdie.
Shut up and open your mouth.
So excited to feed Cedric.
Gosh. Yeah. Sam, what was Marcus thinking as far as, hey, this is over, this is dumb, guys, kind of let's knock this off. Explain to us Marcus's mindset or personality in that moment where, this isn't fun. Let's. Were you having fun ruining their fun?
Yes.
Okay.
I personally was. Marcus was thinking, oh my God, these idiots are going to get us murdered. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Let's derail this right now.
You definitely read Nifrim's mind, even though she wasn't there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, chat, that does remind me, since it popped up on there, that today we are giving away, I believe, the last free TaleSpire Steam code.
Yes.
Key.
Thank you for remembering, because I forgot to mention it as well. We got one more.
Odin remembered.
Yeah, thanks, Bot. Thanks, Odin. He remembers all. He drank that from that well. Anyway, so we're giving away, we got one more TaleSpire key we're giving away today during this episode. Just in chat, do the exclamation enter space 1 to enter, and everyone can enter once. You will have had to be in chat for like 10 minutes, like watch 10 minutes of the stream. Come on, guys, it's not that much. So at the end of the show, we'll give away that TaleSpire key, and you can go and check out that awesome TaleSpire game. Check out our maps from Tales Tavern. Lots of cool stuff, or build your own awesome adventures. Thank you. Big shout out to Bouncy Rock, by the way, because they've been super awesome, and they make an awesome game. Back to you. I love this not hosting thing.
Yeah. So that kind of leads us up to, did Niph joined up with the group before you all went into the dining hall? Mm-hmm. Or were you all gathered there?
Yeah, I think we met up in the foyer.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there anything else pre-dinner you guys want to bring up or chat about?
I don't think there was anything crazy other than the coats.
Okay.
We did make fun of we did make fun of what's his face?
Wilton.
Oh,
I just remember help.
Wilton.
Yeah, Eric did, or Gendry did, say something about Wilton having a very butler name. And
he was like, well, I was born a butler. Or something like that.
I was born into slavery, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Remember destroying his life. Eric's in chat, by the way.
Yes, you totally destroyed everything he holds dear.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you guys meet up with dear old dad before dinner, or was that during dinner?
It was during. He was the very last person to come in.
He was the last one to enter.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Probably
let's see if I can find something here.
At least on Steve's part is a power play, I'm sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Ooh, there we are. So we have dinner then.
Oh God, dinner. Yeah, Viv's got a good point. All family dinners are awkward, but this one especially so.
They are.
It was a lot.
Everyone looks to Marcus.
That didn't work out very well. Yeah, Marcus just dropped the bomb on dinner, but
no hesitation.
We'll get to that here in a minute.
That was almost as good as I don't like surprises.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
There are some things that are just Marcus gold, and
every now and again
everyone.
I get one of those moments.
So, as we had the family entering in for dinner, I believe down the line somebody was taking some mental notes of the family, who they were, and some descriptions of them.
I wonder who that would be. Josh.
You want me to read them out to you guys?
Well, let's see. Yeah, I mean, you can. I don't think you have necessarily Steve's descriptions of them. I actually don't know if Steve has his descriptions of them.
I have my descriptions up.
Oh.
Yeah. But did you want to read Josh's or?
No, Steve, here's what Steve, read yours. And then I'll tell you what I have.
Josh will read the corresponding.
Perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
Person by person.
Did you have all of them or?
Yeah.
Okay, so first on first on my list is just in this table. Let's see, young rounded face with bright blue eyes, red dress with white collar and sleeves, golden embroidery along the seams. What did you write?
A 10-year-old kid, really close to Niph. I pulled out a lion from my bag of tricks and she rode that shit around.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
Wow.
We need to make a Guess Who game about Nifrim's family based off of Josh's description.
Okay. So let's make a segment here. Let's see who is Sideric describing. So we'll give Sidoric's Sideric just
and then
choose a random character. Just choose a random family member.
We figure out who it is, I'll read my description.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Next.
All right. The cooler twin in a blue dress who is definitely less tense.
Hang on. I forget the names of my siblings.
Wait, which one had a blue? Oh, wait.
Hang on, I think I got it. I think I know which one it was. I just have to find the name.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Ilva.
Yes.
Yep. I had
Yep.
the cooler twin. I had 25, identical to Thera, but hair is let down and curled slightly, with similar golden chains adorning the top. Aqua blue flowing dress with white accents.
Oh my god.
Should have wrote super cool. All right, who's next?
Super cool. We've done Un and we've done Elva. All right. Next up, 20-year-old girl wearing half glasses. She is wearing a green dress with a high neck level. Boo.
I think you got the age wrong.
I think you got the age wrong.
But I think you're
That's
describing
okay.
Selby.
Yes. How old is Selby?
18.
Selby's 18.
Oh.
I wrote rounder cheeks
Even
than the
closer to my
rest.
age.
Rounder cheeks than the rest with soft features, half glasses, medium length hair up in a bun at the back, kept with vine-looking threads. Single curly strands framing her face. Green dress, high neckline with silver accents. I need to add boo.
Boo.
Next.
All right. He's a tall man with white hair, purple robes, and some fancy staff. He thinks I'm an idiot. I'll show him.
You wrote that.
Einar, and oh my god, that is the best. Amazing.
I
I
haven't shown
did.
him yet.
He's 392. White,
you can't
long
now.
hair plaited down his back, regal purple robes, carries staff with the device on top. I'll show
There's
him.
a device on top of fan. I'll show him.
Oh no.
Next.
All right, this one we all know. She's a 40-year-old elf lady. They're all elves. I don't know why I wrote that. Short black hair, pixie cut, inspection glasses. She's kind of a bitch, and I should tell everyone I meet this.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's Hertha?
Kari, obviously, right?
Yep.
Oh.
Maybe. I can confirm that is what the notes say. Glasses that make her look like a total bitch. I should tell
Amazing.
everyone I meet this.
Did you write that before the Whisper campaign thing?
No.
Okay. You wrote. Okay, I see. So I wrote 44, short black hair and a pixie cut, inspection glasses with multiple lenses resting on her head, lots of freckles, dark red dress, not too fancy but expensive looking.
Nice.
All right, next. I
God,
hope you guys
that's
are playing along at home, by the way.
Good
I
luck.
hope so.
I want to see your scores in chat after this.
This one, I guess I didn't get the full age,
Oh, boy.
but between 20 and 30 seems like a genuine bro. Yearns for knowledge for adventures.
Wait.
Yep.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, Osmond.
Yeah.
Interested in stories, yeah. So Osmond, 30, black hair and a small pompadour with buzzed sides, neatly trimmed goatee, dark green tunic with silver embroidery, small messenger bag slung over his shoulders.
To be honest, I thought personally that Sideric and Osmond was going to either bro out or a little bit more later.
Oh,
depending on-
you might be
that's a
thinking
different
of
one.
yeah, that's a different one.
one.
Yeah.
Osmond is the nerd, the writer. Tarbin is the brute.
Oh, that's right.
Tarbin's the
Okay.
brute that I expected Sideric and Tarbin to.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, fun fact, Osmond is gay, and he was super into Marcus. Super
Yeah,
into
he was.
Marcus.
It must be a family thing.
Next.
What's that say
Speaking
about
of
Niph?
which, sexy babe with formidable rock-hard breasts doesn't seem to like me, likes Marcus for some godforsaken reason, with like a little angry face.
Angry face.
Oh my god! I'm gonna say that's Kari.
Yep.
This is my favorite. Kari.
Pew 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 pew.
Kari, 41. All caps, beautiful. Long hair down to her mid-back with some curled bits draped over her shoulder, braided at the top with a flower. Face is speckled with just enough freckles. Long, elaborate dark blue dress with corset straps emphasizing her bust. Long draping sleeves. Formidable bust. Sorry, let me
bust, yes.
fix that. Long draping sleeves, golden necklace, symbol of a rose, elegant earrings. So, real quick, the reason
Has
I had
eyes only for Thor and Sideric's mom. Sorry, just had to correct that.
so the reason that I had Kari go after Marcus rather than Sideric, because I was gonna have her go after Sideric at first, seemed obvious, but then I realized, no, she's not looking for like a hottie. She's looking for, like, as Emmy described her to me, she's looking for like
The daddy
Someone
with
who
daddy
will take
issues?
care of her.
yeah, someone
Yeah.
that'll take care of her, a husband, a husband that will take care
We're
of her
talking
to the
perfectly
standard
Pride
that
and
she's
Prejudice.
used to. Yes, very
Sam,
Pride
you're
and
like,
Prejudice.
You're like, it's Sam. You're just perfect. The big one's hurt, so don't
Yeah.
worry. You're perfect.
So I was like, that rules out Sideric. Oh my god. That rules out Sideric. I was then gonna say Gendry, but she couldn't get over the eye thing, the black on the cheek. She's like creeped out by that. I'm like, Marcus seems wealthy. He's got shiny armor. Yeah, sure.
He presents
Yes.
very clean.
Wealthy.
Yeah, wealthy. Girl.
Oh my
Traveling
god.
vagabond.
All right, who's next, Josh?
Well, this one's really obvious. I did put no description, just Nifrim's mommy.
I'm gonna guess that's Ragna.
Yep.
So,
Amazing.
187, long black hair braided intricately down her back to her knees. Beautiful purple gown with gold embroidery, golden straps, and a corset fashion down the front. And you skimmed over all that to say mommy.
Yep.
We met her
Wait,
first
so
actually
she's
out
only
before the dinner.
180 something, and Einar was 300. That guy's a pervert.
Yeah,
Credit Robert.
I mean,
He's not. They love each other very much.
Mm-hmm.
She
Sugar
wanted children,
daddy.
and he was like, "Sure."
Yeah,
they only
okay.
got together after she was of age, which is what, 110?
All right, who's
Well,
next?
her oldest brother is 48, so
Yeah.
The next one, the Stern twin in a red dress who seems kind of tense.
Thyra.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be Thyra. 25, soft jawline, black hair tied up into buns on the sides using golden thread. Red dress with gold and silver embroidery covering the entire dress and long sleeves. I had nothing about, like, super stern.
Oh, she was though. She
Yeah.
was
I mean,
a
in my
little
notes-
pissy with Nifrim.
In my notes, I kind of got from you, quick to conflict and protective over Ilva.
To be fair, in the chat, guys, Marcus would tag every single one of them.
Even the 10-year-old?
Wait.
No, not that one.
Wait.
You know, the more that Sideric talks mean about Hertha, the more he's finding her more and more attractive. Every day.
I need this to happen now.
All right. No longer
hate mode.
Wow.
Isn't that the old, like, the typical way of picking up a chick? You just treat her like shit until it gives you attention.
Start whisper campaigns.
Cedric read the pickup artist guide.
Black book.
Cedric just got done
what's
watching
next.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Gosh.
All right, who's next?
We got
two
one more. Oh, two.
Yeah. Well, I guess one wasn't at the dinner.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
one more. A gruff man, cool to chill with and have a beer.
I fucking love that description.
Obviously, Einar. No.
Tarbin.
So
That's
Tarbin,
yeah.
28, chiseled jaw, black mohawk curled to one side, running down the base to the base of his neck in the back. Dark gray tunic that shows some chest hair. Leather vest with some gold embroidery. Short, tight leather pants with a lot of pockets.
He was the kind
pants.
of brother that would chase her down in the yard and sit on her and make her eat grass.
Yep.
Nice.
He's cool. He's younger, too, so...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what you get.
And then, Josh, what did you have for, Erling?
48-year-old dude who's on assignment somewhere.
On assignment somewhere.
That's true.
I mean...
I didn't pay much attention to that part, I guess.
There
He's
wasn't
not
much we
there.
knew about it, though.
Nah.
He was on
Yeah.
assignment. A tall,
was.
slim elf man with pale skin, black hair slicked back neatly, wearing a large purple trench coat with high collars and golden accents. He's got a backpack on and a weird-looking device in his hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the difference between a DM and writer versus a barbarian in descriptions.
I love
it.
that. That
I
was
love
beautiful,
it.
Josh.
That was an amazing segment.
Nice.
Josh, you gotta keep taking Cedric notes.
I will.
Yes.
I will.
Share them on the show.
To be fair, so I had actually reached out to Josh and said I would like a scribbled note, something handwritten of Cedric's, like, what he took at the dinner table trying to describe these. And he's like, nah.
Too lazy.
Like, I was expecting, like, chicken scratch notes plus, like, doodles, like the formidable breast, like a stick figure.
Just big
Just
circles.
huge honkers.
Yep.
It takes up one whole page.
Twice the size of the body.
It just says Kari. Hilarious.
It just says nice.
Nice.
Formidable and nice.
Boobs.
By the way, I don't know where formidable, like, I know I said formidable. I was like reaching for a word and couldn't find it and only ended up with formidable. I've never called breast formidable before.
That
Where
is
did Rock
so
Hard
funny.
come from?
Rock hard came
That was you.
from something
you.
else. Yeah, it was
we were
after you had
talking about-
left. I
No,
think.
we were talking about you calling them formidable breasts, and Josh was like, rock hard.
Like, that's not how you
And I
describe
think
boobs.
Gendry said something about like a purse full of bricks.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So,
guys are crazy.
once everyone came out, I believe dinner itself was served. And then, I can't remember, was there any pre-discussion dinner chat?
It almost went right fucking into it.
Yeah.
Like,
We went right in.
so
It was
Einar
like, here's your food,
was-
say grace, and Sam
I started-
just has Marcus drop the bomb.
Yeah, I started I wrote a bunch of burns, which last long rest. I didn't mention that in the last long rest because we hadn't
no, you
gotten there
wanted
yet.
to.
But I wrote a bunch of subtle jabs, like kind of, on paper seem like compliments,
Nice.
but given like the situation were total burns. I wrote a bunch of those and started getting into them when suddenly Sam dropped the bomb.
Yay, more derailed
right.
it. Woo!
So, do you have those burns?
Let me grab them. That was episode...
let's get two per person if you can give us those.
Okay. So let me. Okay, so I literally labeled this sick disses. I'll do one. I had one in general. The Jotun Slayers. I like it. I admire a pompous title.
Dick.
Nice.
Let's see. For Gendry, I got one, which is, I think I got into the show, which is, that is a fine coat you have there. I didn't realize that Muspelheim had such elegant tailors. Making fun of him coming from Muspelheim.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus, I don't think I got to this. Look at you, a half-elf. So quaint.
Oh, burned.
Dick.
Whoa.
Dick.
Whoa.
Then I had, a man of the Aesir, how brave of you to dedicate your life to worship and protecting the people of this realm, rather than settling down and enjoying a life with your family.
Meta burn.
That is one I am sad we didn't get to hear.
I even had retorts for when Marcus would be like, yeah, they're dead.
Wah, wah.
Thanks, Eric. You gotta say you're fine. I had retorts for when Marcus would inevitably be like, my family's dead. Sorry, I don't know why that was Batman. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You must think the worst of me. I suppose that explains your dedication to the gods if you have nothing else to live for.
Ooh, Dick.
Consider kind of few, the good ones. My, you are quite the specimen, aren't you? You obviously value portraying a formidable image. From where do you hail? And then Escaholt. That explains your stellar physique. When you're surrounded by nothing but farmland, I suppose the only hobby you can manage is building muscle.
Damn.
I wouldn't be offended by that. I'd be like, yeah, bro.
Exactly.
Eat a chicken leg, flex.
Yeah. And then I had another that I figured would go directly over Sidoric's head, which is if I literally wrote, Sidoric says anything dumb. My, what's a bright mind inside that head of yours? Such a unique understanding of the world.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yep. Yep. Sounds right.
Let's see. I had a couple for Oscar and Orvar, but they weren't super good. Yeah, those were the main ones.
I forgot about the Dwarf Bros. Just like everyone else.
Just like everyone else, including me.
Bashker and Borbar.
I love Oscar and Orvar.
But yeah, those are some disses, and then I figured I figured we'd go with that for a while, but then Sam dropped the bomb, so.
Yep.
So, Sam, was that the plan all along? Just walk in and just hit him in the gut? Like, just go for it?
Probably.
Are you just swinging? Just like, not no plan at all?
Don't honestly remember. I do love to throw shit out there and see what happens, so I probably planned it.
I think
Like
I
watch
remember
reactions.
you saying something about you wanted to see how Einar would react when you just brought it up.
Oh.
I threw it out there, and then I immediately looked at him and did the perception check because I wanted to see how he reacted to it.
I think I had an insight DC of 25 for Einar. Yeah, he's a master at masking, so not in the same way as Gendry.
It was worth a try.
I mean, it was possible, but it would have taken a lot.
Wow, he would have had an aneurysm if Sidoric rolled a 20. This idiot saw right through me. What the hell?
Unique mind, I suppose.
So, would anyone else, any other character, would they have handled that information differently? Or would you have gotten to the point where you were frustrated enough that you just kind of flat out come out with it?
Yeah, was anyone else planning on, like, broaching the topic?
Honestly, I was gonna bring it up, but I definitely didn't think about it in that, the fact that they would react like, what the fuck? And then when it happened, I was like, oh yeah, I guess they would react that way.
So, Eric, since you're with us on the chat, if you had anything that Gendry would have done differently, go ahead and speak up, and we'll just go ahead and throw this out there.
Yeah,
I know since you are here with us, it'd be great to keep you involved. Speaking of Eric, I do have a special gift for you guys that he worked on.
Oh boy.
That we will get to here after a bit. But he is in the chat, and he is here with me. If you can see it.
God damn it!
The Gendry chair memes are so good, you guys. They're so good. I am loving the Gendry chair memes.
Yeah. So, possibly...
Was that a green chair?
No, it just blended in.
Yeah, it just blended in too much.
It's a light blonde.
Yeah.
Like a beach birch or something. What I'll probably end up doing for the next long rest is do a meme segment where I will
grab the memes
on. Yeah, grab the memes.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Love it.
Yeah. So dinner kind of happened.
Kinda.
And then y'all kind of ran out of there.
Nobody fucking listens to us. No one listens to us. They're all like, you're just whatever. A war's gonna happen.
Really quick, Eric did respond. Well, I wanted to know how deep that dude was into the bad guys. At that point, I didn't want to give anything away until we knew more. Also, Tyler's been feeding me. I'm fine. Tyler hasn't been feeding me. I'm fine. Please help.
No, it says Tyler has been feeding me.
I'm fine. Please help.
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 Yeah, it would be a good idea to suss out like how where the allegiance lied, but with the bomb that was dropped and the way things handled out, I imagine it eventually worked its way out because through the back and forth that you guys had, I think that might have been part of what convinced Einar to have the heart-to-heart with Niph and give her the deets to what was going on.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, before we get into that, we're not even off the first column of my my notes for the night.
And we're almost an hour in.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
you
38
all had
into episode.
Let's see. You all had a space-time continuum chat where you went into another dimension in a sense.
Sure.
We went into Nifrim's hole.
Yeah.
That was after the chat, though, right? That was after the.
That was before.
It was
that
after.
was after I talked to my dad.
That was after the chat.
Because that was her plan. She took 2 weeks to come up with.
You all left dinner, went and took a bath, went into Nifrim's room, destroyed a camera, and then
At a gangbang.
That's where Niph. Nope, that was after. Niph got called. Niph got called to go see her dad in his office, and Gendry dressed up as Niph.
So, funny thing about the whole conversation with Einar. So when that happened in real time, like we had been banking a couple episodes, and so when I had that conversation with Steve, literally no one else in the world knew what it was. Except for maybe
the audience.
That's right. That was
audience.
It was the headphones off.
No.
Oh, right. No one knew because
We
their
were
show hadn't aired
banking
yet.
that.
Right.
So,
that's right.
being said, we recorded that episode. The following week was us meeting up with everybody in Chicago for the first time. And then
It was torture
the
for
next
her.
week was the episode after or whatever, where I got to talk to them about it. So I spent
Which they
2
weren't
weeks
allowed to
panicking
watch.
about what I was going to say and how I was going to say it to them. And then, like, the time that I did spend with them, I just wanted to talk about that one thing, and I couldn't. That sucked.
So it was in-game torture, but it lasted 2 weeks for you. It was even worse because you were with them, physically around these people, and you couldn't.
Every single day between that episode and then the next one we recorded, I would be like doing something randomly, just be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And Steve's like, I don't know, figure it out.
I'm like, that's the puzzle. I'm like, not every puzzle is like, you know, like trying to figure out riddles or move stones in a certain way. Sometimes puzzle is just how to like
mental
safely
torment.
tell someone something. Need more headphones off moments? I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there will be.
So Eric did a
Listening to them.
headphones off moments are great because Eric did a headphones off moment with me in our campaign, and it was awesome. Only it wasn't just awesome because it was one-on-one with me and Eric in this specific moment, but it was I kind of turned the situation into something that it didn't need to be.
Yes, you did, because you came out of it acting very sus. And I'm like,
He's my
what the fuck
friend.
happened?
This guy's my friend.
This guy's my friend. Like, we should totally help him. And I'm like, you're acting weird.
100%. Like, I was like, man, I probably ought to do something serious with this. This is a serious moment. He's doing a one-on-one with me. And I'm like, no.
Let's meme it.
Let's meme it. I mean, and it was excellent. It was great.
It was fun.
It was very fun.
The secrets are fun at the table.
Yeah. So,
So real quick,
Einar,
it's a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Einar gets to drop the bomb with Niph on what's really happening, and gets to tell Niph that there's a person in charge is many.
A word that had come up twice already in the campaign.
Yep. In Naglfar.
In Naglfar at the feast for
Toast for the dead.
For the dead. And then the when you guys were going Viking, the King Talik was doing a speech and said, "Let this this fleet be a mini for the fallen." Like just little
so coming from the DM, so was that a purpose and an actual a nod to the actual mini?
Yeah. I mean, like, not in that those characters, knew about Mini. That's not what I'm saying, but I wanted to introduce the word, because I had already decided on the name.
Did the Owlin know?
The Owlin. The Owlin would have known, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I should have kicked that Owlin.
I'm sure that had gone well.
Big drop. We get the big drop. We talk about Minnie, and then we talk about how your brother is held captive.
Yep.
And that, I think, is probably the most heartbreaking thing that Niph went through at the moment, and is the most heartbreaking thing Emmy had to go through as far as keeping that specific secret.
Oh, I was dying because of that.
So it took you 2 weeks to come up with a plan on what to do, how to tell the crew, and what to do moving forward.
That's a good question. How long did it actually take you during those 2 weeks before you came up with the rope trick?
Well, honestly,
You didn't tell me.
No, I had probably about 65 plans. And that was the most viable one. And I was like, I think that should work.
So, was there always a rope in your room, or did you just did you create the rope for the situation.
So, part of the spell casting is that you have to have a rope that's so much or so many feet long or whatever. And I just learned it, like my character sheet. I just got that spell recently. So I was like, oh, just to make it like seem like it's part of the story. Oh, she left this rope here and that's why she's never done this like rope trick thing.
Oh.
So it was just for narrative flavor.
Nice. So you get back with the group. You now is where you have the space-time continuance place. You all get a door knock while you're up there and try to play it off as a giant, fun time.
You can say orgy.
Yeah.
Real quick before you get to that, I wanted to clarify something because it maybe wasn't clear, which is, of course, while Niph was having the convo with, Einar, Gendry, as Nifrim, went perusing and got caught immediately. The reason the guards knew who he was is because they can also see the cameras. They saw Nifrim leave her room, go to her father like she was asked to, and then they saw Gendry or Nifrim come out of her room and start sneaking around, and they're like, and they knew, they sussed out that it would be probably Gendry because they knew everyone else was in there, so yeah, it only made sense. So that's why his disguise did not work.
Yeah. Well, so that wasn't many. That wasn't many coming back to them and saying, "Hey, that's not as far as the true sight."
No, because the cameras don't have true sight.
The art of deduction.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little tidbit for you guys moving forward as far as if there are cameras. The cameras themselves don't have true sight.
Probably not.
Does true sight convey on the monitor end?
So true sight, in the way I've been using it for the kind of electrical, like the robots and stuff, I call it true sight, but really it's just thermal vision. So it's possible that a camera could have thermal vision, but most of them won't. So it's a good like assumption that it won't, but it is possible, but it's not possible to turn a regular camera into a thermal camera. So it depends on the camera.
All right. Yeah, Sam, what you got?
Somebody asked in the comments, Viv did.
Yeah.
Was a couple that hired us originally working for Minnie, or
the Tibolds?
Were they just?
Yeah, so the Tibolds from Jotunfoder that started this whole adventure, they were not working for Minnie. They were 100% honest. They knew another rich person that had this cool new device, and they wanted one because it was super cool and made them like, you know, popular and stuff. It's that whole high society, like, yes, I have 15 Lamborghinis and 20 Rolls and like all these Mercedes. Like, they don't drive them, they just, you know, it's a trophy. So they just wanted a trophy.
Are garbage. You want a Bugatti.
Jesus. However, they mentioned that the first couple that already had one, it got stolen.
The Hamptons,
the Munithir did steal that one. They weren't working for the Munithir or anything, or Minnie or anything. However, the Munithir stole that one, and that made the Tibolds think even more, oh, it must be very valuable because someone stole it. Yeah.
So wouldn't that have been Nif's brother stealing it then?
Nope. There are multiple.
Oh.
That's what I was going to actually ask was the one that they stole from the Hamptons, was that the one that caused Jotunfoder, or were there multiple involved?
That one was...
That's a good question. If that size of a machine would take multiple...
That one was in the bot that tried kidnapping Magni. The one that was stolen was in the Magni bot. The one that the Colburns acquired,
right.
which they acquired from, like, legitimately from, like, ruins, that was in the Jotun.
Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
So now the bot it exploded and it was just the head
bot
that was left, right?
exploded, yeah.
So would you say that explosion is what you would expect if your radiant capacitor blew up?
Tyler?
Or are there different levels of radiant capacitors?
Tyler?
So, there...
We're on an ad break,
First of all,
the
the
way.
blue
okay.
explosion, the blue flame explosion, that's kind of the sign of a radiant capacitor blowing. There's probably different kind of intensities of radiant capacitors, but for the most part, one can power, like we've seen it power entire buildings. We've seen it power a gargantuan citywide robot.
Because you've used that description of blue flame on explosion for a few things.
Anytime you see a blue explosion, it's probably a radiant capacitor going off.
Okay.
Wow.
They're valuable.
All right. So we gotta probably roll this up a little bit. So you guys left. Made your plan. Y'all got out of there. Niph did some dealing with her dad to acquire some gold, a cart.
I love
and,
that.
yes.
That was a spur of the moment thing, by the way. I just like,
Yes.
I could just fuck up his day real quick.
It's genius.
Yeah. And it was a very good idea while you were working through town to town to use the CTR name to try to get some, some extra gold, save some extra
Yeah.
gold.
Whose
and
idea
everything.
was that?
I
Whose
wonder
idea could that have been?
wonder whose idea that was, because it wasn't mine. Yeah,
Was
it
it
was
yours?
you, Tyler.
Whose idea was it?
I don't know. Oh, you're this way.
That guy.
This guy. This is the reason why Steve thought he wanted me in the campaign and has now told me he doesn't want me in the campaign.
So fun little
So-
fact.
Is
Factoid.
going to charge us for that?
Nope.
We'll see.
She can try.
So here's a fun little fact about Tyler. He's super new to D&D. He's probably played like a dozen sessions, if that.
Probably.
He's really fucking good at D&D, you guys, because he thinks outside
Yep.
the box like a motherfucker. This guy problem solves.
Oh yeah.
I'd be interested to DM for you. Anyway.
You know, well, you guys got out of there. Cedric tried to get some help to come along, and that didn't work out. You all got out of there and hit the road.
Yeah, that was going to be Bosker and Borvar. We're supposed to replace them.
Those were Thrall.
Nifrim sent Oscar and Orvar away.
The punishment for a Thrall like escaping is like death. So they're
It's not
like,
escaping.
I'm good.
They're still with a.
I'm
they're
good.
still with a Colburn. They're just somewhere else.
They'd rather ask their supervisor.
I am their supervisor. I'm gonna marry
You're
Bertha,
mine.
and then I will be their supervisor.
New plan.
So you guys went days of travel until you got to the first place.
Alruna. Which
Alruna.
is at least an attempt at Old Norse for River Run.
Yep. Now, there's a few things that happened at Alruna, and before Alruna and after. So I will give you guys a brief summary, and then we can probably hit up on some of those topics. So, road to Alruna and Alruna, we had Niph crying. We had the Whisper campaign. We had you guys fighting a couple rocks. And then Gendry gives Niph a makeover.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was really cool.
I imagine Niph crying was just the weight of everything just kind of coming to you.
Yeah. It was a lot of things coming to a head.
Her favorite, family member being held hostage.
It wasn't just that. It was sending Oscar and Orvar away, who had become quite close companions, and obviously she has feelings for one of them. But not being able to tell them about anything that was going on. Fuck off, Sam. And everything going on with Erling and her father and all of that. And it was a lot. Mm-hmm.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's see. We had mixed in with all this. We also had Gendry's appearance of a Nerdius again.
Nerdius Nerdington. What was it, Mayor of Nerdsville or something?
Maybe. Sideric, the Whisper campaign. Was that something that you were thinking of long before? Or were you like, you know what? Like moment.
I think we must have been like talking about Hertha, and then mentally I was like, man, he's kind of a bitch. And then I rolled a 20 and I was just like, I can tell everyone.
Everyone must know.
Everybody has to know.
Yep.
Spread the good word.
Gosh. Probably one of my favorite parts of the Whisper campaign is the next morning when you all ask a NPC if they'd heard of Hertha. You're like, I heard she's a bitch.
And they had already made up stories about her.
I heard she ate a dog.
She killed a dog and then ate it. Yeah, I mean, it was supposed, like, it's a small town. Rumors get around quickly, but I just also thought it'd be funny.
That was amazing, Josh.
It wasn't a rumor anymore. That was a fact.
Yeah. So, The Rock, where the thing that I found weird when when you guys first arrived to this town, it was almost as if everyone split looking for side quests. I was like, there's goes Gendry. He's like talking to a guard. Hey, is there anything around here that I can do? Sideric did the same thing. I can't remember if Marcus was looking for
Marcus
something.
Marcus stuck with Niph.
Yeah.
To be fair, Sideric was confused. He thought Marcus lived in that town.
We're in Ulfheim. You said you're from
Ulfheim. Just asking.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Yeah,
was Josh confused or was Sideric confused?
Yes. No, totally Sideric. No, yeah, Josh was 100%.
Just yes to my question.
I remember at one point I was like, he's not from here, right?
I was like, Sideric doesn't know that.
Josh didn't know that either.
Oh my god.
So you all get through the night, get through the Whisper campaign. You get ready to go the next morning, and Gendry's gone. You find Nerdius, and you guys go fight some rocks.
Real quick with those rocks, that was one of the, like, I always come up with random encounters, just like a roll table of random encounters of different kinds of fights. And I was going to have you guys roll or whatever. And then you guys started looking for side quests and asking if anyone needs help. And I'm like, I really like that waterfall map. I'm going to tell them about the rocks.
There you go. And then it's just up to them to follow you over there.
Yep. Easy peasy. Worked out well.
Was it after the rocks fight during the rest of the travel, where Gendry gives Niph the makeover?
It was that after?
It was the night after the rock, I believe. And then
yes, it was the night that after, or the same night that we fought the rock.
And then over the 5-day travel, he taught her the actual skill.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was so weird.
Was Niph going into that thinking you're about to be murdered?
She was a little on guard for that, for sure. Because with Gendry, it's hard to know what's gonna happen. But at the same time, they've been traveling for a month or so by that point. So she's like, nah, I don't think he's gonna kill me. Maybe not. It was a roll of the dice.
Yeah. Well, that was an amazing gift for Gendry to give it Niph.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how Niph uses that moving forward. I think there's been, two occasions? One occasion for sure that you put the face back on.
Yeah.
So it was after the rocks and after the makeover where you guys finally end up in the town so Marcus can get his rocks off at the Thor's temple.
The night before was the Wonder, which was just a little fun godly encounter thing that I'd been reading a lot about the Have 'em All, and I'm like, oh, this would be cool. Like, let's see how they do with a stranger that literally offers no, like, threat. Because you guys had been kind of, like, super on guard about literally everyone. So I'm like, let's throw a complete non-threat in there, and if they treat them nice, they get a gift.
Oh, yeah. I was pretty sus. I was suspicious.
Now, if you had any sort of a guitar or something, anything to play music with, they would have been like this guy, like.
Oh God!
I was
a guy that couldn't
100% positive that was Odin from the very beginning.
A guy that brings a guitar but can't quite play it. Kumbaya. Oh wait. Kumbaya. Oh wait.
So yeah, Þrúðheimr.
Yeah, Þrúðheimr. So you guys get there, you stable your horses in the cart, and then you never go back for them.
Not yet.
Per usual.
It's literally, since then, not even 24 hours has passed.
It's true.
Yeah.
True, but it's also, granted, you can travel now faster. Granted, I don't know if there's anything over there that's not probably buried under rubble that you can fast travel to. It's like, what, several, 10 days of travel?
I don't think the city's necessarily been fucked, right?
Wait, which city? Sorry?
Well, I'm talking about, the base where you guys teleported out.
Oh, the Scabby hideout?
Probably.
No.
Or the facility. Sorry.
We met
the facility. Yeah. So you probably don't have a very, I wouldn't say you could safely fast travel back into there.
No, he didn't mention it in the list of places that are in the teleporter memory because he just assumes it's fucking gone because you guys were teleporting out as the roof was collapsing. It was under a hill.
Yeah, that's true. And if you guys go back there for the horse and cart, you're probably going to lose Marcus because he hasn't seen the lake yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he did mention that there's a Þrúðheimr circle though, or a Þrúðheimr circle for the city.
Yeah.
So you could go to the city, not through the facility, but there is one in the city.
Yeah, but now that you got
in that lake, if we ever go back there.
Now that you can travel faster, it's not like you necessarily need a horse and cart.
Yeah. Screw it, it's on Colburn's dime.
No poop again! Oh my god.
So Marcus,
under the water until the bubbles stop.
Jesus.
So you walk in to Thor's temple, biggest temple you've ever seen, with a people all around, pretty much a bar in the place, rooms to stay for passing paladins who just need to rest up. So you get there. What's it like for Marcus as far as walking into this place, the biggest shrine to your god?
Ding.
Yes, that he was fully stiff the whole time.
Are you sure it wasn't? Are you sure it wasn't? Ding, ding, ding.
Yes, all of it.
It was. Ding.
All the dings.
All his piercings that are attached to things that can.
Jesus
Christ. Jesus Christ. Yeah, now we determined that his nipples were pierced, and that was the ding.
You hear chains on the inside of his armor rubbing against stuff.
Oh no!
Oh my god, the chafing.
Oh, God.
So, you get Thor there. You have a massive one-on-one with some interruptions from the crowd.
Yeah.
With Thor. This is really probably one of the few times you actually had a chance to really just bro out with him.
Exactly. That's why I did it.
Is there anything specific that you wanted to bring up to Thor, or was there anything that you wanted to, you just didn't have any time to?
No.
Just how awesome he was.
I had my eyes on the prize. Trying to get a one in, but
yeah. Well, he left
butter
you.
him up for next time.
Yeah. He left you with
disappointment.
Quite a personal gift on your hammer.
Not that was great.
He also left your group with the money pouch, basically that box.
Yeah.
And then the gods also know that Hertha is a bitch.
Yeah, you know it. I had to do that. That was for Viv and for me and for Josh.
Yeah.
Nice.
By the way, the alms box was kind of it was Emmy's idea. The bits converted to gold. By the way, any time we're streaming, bits donated, 1 bit equals 1 piece of gold for them. That was my idea, but Emmy's like, I was just gonna say it's suddenly in your inventory, but Emmy's like, no, you got to do something in the in world, and I'm like, an alms box. Alms is collection box for the poor. Yeah, sure. Our party's poor.
We poor.
Not anymore. Jeez.
God.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're still not. My mother's side of the family rich, okay?
So, speaking of mothers, as you're there with Thor, Cedric's mom comes in.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't Cedric's mom.
Well, Thor called it out, said, Gendry.
Yeah.
I'm also pretty sure
now.
during a war they wouldn't let a civilian on a ship across the ocean.
How do you know she's a civilian? Maybe she just plays a civilian. Maybe she's a warrior.
Maybe she became the Jarl.
She would have already been sent to war.
True.
So, speaking of Cedric's mom, Cedric, do you think after you've left your hometown, now that you've been away for a while, do you think your mom's safe? Do you think anybody would have came back for retribution?
Steve hinted at some tragedy. So I don't know what's going on, but if my mother's dead, I'm going to kill everyone in that village.
Now, what about
the villain arc begins?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you have Cedric's dad who was drafted more or less for the war effort.
We don't know where he is.
Same. Would it make sense to say that he's already over on this continent?
I don't think I ever wrote my dad into the backstory.
But I did mention that he was drafted. I wrote him into your backstory.
He could be somewhere nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Shrug?
Maybe.
What's that nod there, Marcus? What are you gonna hit on him too?
Tag both your parents. Sure, why not?
At this point, I'm not sure anything is off limits.
Yep.
Marcus is pansexual. Let's see how it is.
Marcus is just whatever, man.
So,
love is love.
Somewhere I can stick it.
Maybe.
Oh my god!
Moving on.
I will talk about so in the last long rest, you guys covered the Viking as far as the trip over, the battle on the coast, and getting out of there. You all talked about that where is it? The little girl from the raid. So I will jump ahead just a little, because when you all got back to the Colburn compound, when that battle started, I thought it was the raiders making it all the way to that compound to start with.
So I will tell you that as far as the Colburns, they have been basically kind of Stark Industries in Iron Man 1, the movie, in that
Supplying
they
weapons.
are supplying both sides. They are staying neutral, and so neither side wants to fuck with the Colburns, because they're still good with both.
Well, if you were of that raiding group, do you think those raiding groups know that?
Oh,
Do you think
they'll
that's common
follow
knowledge?
orders. They'll follow orders.
Okay.
Like there's like a leader in each, troop or whatever, and and they receive orders probably via magical means, sending or something, as far as where to move, where to attack, who not to attack. So yeah, neither side, Alfheimian or Muspelheimian, would go after the Colburns. It would be a hell of a fucking power move.
Okay. So, after you get to Thor's temple, Thor tells you that Freyja is waiting.
Mm-hmm.
And you all pretty much leave immediately
Yep.
to go meet her, and she just leads you through the woods. And through this passing time of what happened, she was there, and then she's just out of view, and then she's just behind a tree, and then she's just out of view. It really plays, and this is probably a big nod to Steve, it really plays as that playful, like that goddess, that thing that you've been chasing is just always out of reach. You're just trying to follow it. It's almost like that dream sequence. You're just trying to follow it. There it is. You get it's gone. Oh no, there it is.
It's the exact.
And you go, and it's gone.
It's the exact feeling I was going for. Thank you.
So you played that out really well.
Well, thank you.
You all get into the woods. You get down in there, and then you just come across this cave. And you're all, at that point in that episode, left on the cliffhanger of, you're there.
Yeah,
there
they
are
had gone.
cameras.
They had gone into the
Oh, boy.
cave and found the doors at the end of that episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, and you're just left with they know we're here.
The camera's
It
right
just kinda-
there.
I mean,
It just kinda-
assuming anybody was actually looking.
Well, now
think
that
we
you've
would.
learned that Minnie is
Have you ever worked
AI,
in security? Because sometimes
Sam, now that you've learned that Minnie is AI, you think she was watching?
I don't know, maybe.
She's always watching.
Probably.
Yeah, I would say
Probably.
it's,
Kind of hot.
Sees you when you're sleeping.
yeah.
Gross.
That starts the next episode
Too
of
bad
you
for you,
guys basically going into the first dungeon, as far as a true dungeon.
First streamed episode, first dungeon, first kind of virtual guest from CC with Reyna, who did a lovely fucking performance. It was
She
awesome.
did awesome.
And that was like after while she had the con crud after Gen Con.
Yeah.
But she didn't convey it at all. She was a fucking
Yeah.
trooper. She did that late
What's
one night
Con Crud?
after one of her streams. Con Crud is when you go to a convention like Gen Con or Comic Con and you
And you come out
inevitably
feeling
get
like
sick.
crap. Yeah.
Because it's a bunch of unwashed nerds hanging out and
Maybe not
Shoulder
saying
shoulder
that, but just a
matches.
bunch of people.
I'm an unwashed nerd. It's cool. It's endearment. It's endearment.
I've gone
God,
to Ace
Steve,
in more
some
than a
people
few
take that
times,
offensively.
Thing.
but I never got caught.
So I got the pleasure of going
I'm an
to.
unwashed nerd, but not you.
I got the pleasure of going to Gen Con with Steve and Emmy, where we got to meet
The
Careful
CC gang.
Cantrip.
Yeah.
Had I not gone, or had I not done that, I wouldn't have known who they were.
Yeah. They're awesome.
So actually meeting them and then watching a few of their episodes of stuff, it's like, hey, I know that person.
It's crazy, right?
It was interesting to do.
That was really fun. And yeah, she did it. Steve kept hinting at this surprise that he was working on for a couple of weeks before that episode. So when it finally happened, I literally at that point had just emptied my mind of anything that it could be. So Raina popped up and I was like, well, I wasn't expecting that. Of anything I could have seen coming. Definitely not that.
You said you were surprised.
I was very surprised, but I
She
do
likes
like surprises.
Yeah, it's interesting. So as involved as Emmy as you are with the show, as far as the artwork, having Steve next to you, and just the idea that you can still be that surprised,
That was incredible.
Probably really holds dear, because it's really hard.
So
Secrets.
I asked her for two things because I just couldn't do them, which was the Valkyr, like Valkyr at the end, the logo, and then the V with the wings that was at the beginning, which is their like logo. The rest was like generated from stock. The pictures of the like buildings and rolling hills and stuff that was AI generated from stock, and then
he also did all of the editing and visual effects,
all the
and
VFX.
I was really proud.
I added it was really fun because I hadn't done like real VFX for a while. So I was doing keying, which was removing the background. She was the champ. I was like, bonus points if you happen to have a green shirt, because it's just going to be a floating head. And she did, and it worked perfectly. It was awesome. But generated the background, the moving background with After Effects, added effects to her voice, including an echo and stuff like that. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. With the doing all of the artwork and animations and everything for the show, the fact that he was able to divert me that much is impressive. I mean, I'm definitely one of those people that I don't want things spoiled. If I get a movie spoiler, by God, you better fucking run for the hills. I hate getting things spoiled for me. So the fact that he was able to do that, I mean, bravo, sir.
Yes.
I love spoilers.
It was so fun. Yeah, you're weird.
You love spoilers, which is surprising, because usually those are surprises.
Well, he doesn't like being surprised while watching a show.
Marcus doesn't like surprises. I am.
He wants to know what's
indifferent,
coming,
but
so he's not
I'm
surprised.
impatient. Yeah,
Nice.
that comes from me just really impatient.
Oh my God.
You guys get into this first battle, and it's a bunch of little bots.
Yep.
I just assume that the way this went in is just like a bunch of little ankle biters sort of a thing. Just you're swarmed with them. They're annoying, but they're annoying enough that they're dangerous.
Yeah, none of them still have had a chance to fucking stun you. If that stun gun works, you would be fully stunned until someone like broke the cable or killed
Knocked
the
you out
bot
of it.
or something or whatever.
Did some drugs.
You're muted,
Not
Josh.
one of them ever landed in the 2 fights that I've used them. I need to up that
You
DC.
can't stun a group that is already so incredibly stunning.
Good night, folks. That's it. Thanks for joining. Okay.
But things got bad enough with all of them that you guys had to call out for Thor.
I
don't think we needed to.
We
We'd have
didn't
been
need
okay.
to.
And it was the timeline.
I was
Was it for
panicking.
science?
No, because we heard the creature, and Niph was like, we have to find Erling. He is about to be murdered. And she was like, we're pulling out all the stops. Let's fucking go. So that's why I did that. Not the smartest move. It was a pretty emotional one on her part.
Call it
I know
like
we should
Viv says.
have waited until later.
Yeah, like Viv says, called for Thor, and then he got Thanos snapped.
He just got sent right.
I don't
out
feel
there.
so good, Jotun Slayers.
And that conversation, that exchange between Thor and Minnie, I think it was then that I started to go, I'm not sure if we're on the right side. I'm not sure. Like, Thor was very, very against her, which he would be, but there was something about the way that he spoke to her that made me go, I'm not sure. Are we the baddies? We might be the baddies.
Might be the baddies.
I mean,
Interesting.
I don't know if that's true. It may not be.
Shrug,
It all
no.
depends
Thor
on
is right.
perspective. No, Marcus.
So the building you guys are in, this actually
There's no other.
resembles like a transition home, almost like an old folks home. With the way the Valkyr facility was made up and what everything else was moving towards, it just kind of seemed like this is where your elderly go to die, in a sense, and either die or become either reborn or moved on. So
That place was giving
Steve.
me San Junipero vibes.
is there anything specific that you want to give the viewers as far as what was the original purpose for that building?
I'll tell you that it'll be a spoiler, I won't say it, but I know exactly what that facility is for. I know what every piece of equipment that I placed in that entire dungeon does. I know what it's used for. I know what all the labs are for.
That's not unsettling.
I know all the stuff down in the generator room that you guys didn't see. I showed it on a TaleSpire stream
Oh gosh,
Sundays.
I'm getting major vibes from a show that was on Amazon Prime as far as what that facility could have been used for.
Do you know what show? What?
Yeah, I
Was
know
it-
that. You want me to say the name of the show?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say.
Uploaded.
Was it?
Uploaded?
Oh, with the
I'm just gonna give you. I'm just gonna give you
Yeah.
a shrug. I'll answer everything that might be a spoiler with shrug. So.
So
After the campaign's done, I'm going to pick your brain.
Oh,
Yeah.
after the campaign's
Just,
done, I'll do a full fucking debrief. All the stuff
Wow.
that I've been laying down because
I don't know
it's
if we
a
have
lot.
enough time for that.
It's gonna be a 3 hour.
So you get into the building, and you finally get to the point where you can make your way through. You've sent off a few paper birds to try to find where Erling
Genius,
is.
by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had it go into the vent.
Yeah.
It only made sense.
It made sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first one just kind of went to the wall and then the door and just
Yeah,
fell
they
down.
couldn't go.
So
I mean, these
you can't
birds
make it
are
that easy.
These
on them.
birds are magical, but they still obey the law of physics as far as they can't go through a wall or something.
Yeah. And imagine they can't trigger a door to open
No.
that is locked.
Exactly.
So that tells me Niph needs those, get some ethereal birds.
Ethereal
To write
magical
the
paper.
walls. Yeah.
Fun fact: you can't write on it.
Oh, sorry, real quick. Jumping back real quick, because there's something I meant to mention regarding the purpose of the Valkyr. I will also say that it might be kind of obvious watching the video, but there are bits of that video missing. I had Reyna record the full video. Only Reyna knows one of the biggest secrets of this campaign.
Fantastic.
Let's go get her, guys.
I'll text her.
Nice.
Don't at her. Don't at her.
Steve, during this stream, are we going to do any sort of midstream break?
We can do a quick
or
break if you want.
As far as the ad rolls or anything like that?
They've been kind of rolling. Twitch has been kind of weird, but the next one's in like 25 minutes. We could finish out, or
Okay.
if you want to take a break, we can take a break.
Okay.
You guys good to
I'm
go?
I just
or-
wanted to check with everyone else here.
You guys
We're
good?
about an hour and a half to it.
I mean, I'm going to order some food here shortly, but it's not going to be in the next 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll suddenly just
Thanks
have a
for
pizza
sharing.
in my hand, and you'll be, yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
2 seconds from now, Josh is eating a piece of pizza. Like,
It just appears in my hand. Now that's delivery.
it's DiGiorno.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
That's a good tagline.
you guys made it through this dungeon a little haphazardly. You all kind of got split up a little. Marcus got sidetracked from everyone else. Cedric about died a couple times.
He got maimed a little bit.
My arm was literally like hanging off out of the socket. I was in trouble.
You were in trouble. Gendry spent
But then you guys
some time
healed
at-
me and I came back and kicked ass.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Gendry was at work.
Yeah, Gendry found a cube farm and found disappointment, which is exactly what you find at a cube farm.
Yep.
So,
Hello, this is
Real.
the Jotun Slayers. How can I help you today?
Yes. How may we hero you today?
Have you tried turning it off and back on again? No. Oh, okay. Okay. Have a good day.
you all fought some guys with a staff with double-sided chainsaws.
Sam's still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, Sam ended up getting one.
You need one.
One day he's gonna be looking at it. He's gonna press buttons.
You'll lose your eye that way.
I'll just heal it.
Or that.
During this, Cedric pulled out one of his animal balls and got was it a goat?
Yeah.
It was Billy
Clinton.
Billy Clinton.
Well, so there was two. There was a bear,
Oh, there was Bear.
and then he died.
Pretty
I
quick.
rode the bear into battle, and then the
That
bear
was
died
true.
very quickly.
That's true.
The fact that you made a mini in Hero Forge and paid $8 to have like just you riding a fucking bear. I'm like,
This is
how
not the
often
last
are you
time.
gonna? I'm like, how often are you gonna use this? But
Steve.
you've
This will
already
not
used
be
it.
the last
It's-
time.
It will not.
It's Cedric. It's gonna happen.
It's great. I love this.
should
I
have,
love the bit. It's the best gift I've
Cedric-
given you guys.
You should have a mini for Cedric for every possible animal that you can pull out of the bag.
That'd be great.
I can pull rats. I haven't pulled a rat yet.
Oh my god,
it's all
it's going to
the
be a
giant
$64
animals.
investment that is going to pay
Yeah,
off.
just in Hero Forge. Hero Forge, please
So you-
sponsor us.
You all left Billy Clinton at the elevator tunnel.
Pretty
the elevator
harmlessly.
shaft.
that
Now,
goat super
speaking
high.
speaking of things that
one
we
out for
forget
Billy.
about constantly, or that you guys forget about constantly, Bing Bong.
I never forget about Bing Bong.
Did he stay with the goat?
No,
No,
he came with us.
Stay with the goat?
We came with.
Yeah, he came with us. I
Because
definitely
he went
did an
down the
athletics
shaft
check
with them too.
to get through, and he rolled
So-
like a natural 19 or something, and I was like, okay, he has no problem.
Because Bing Bong don't have good stats.
No,
just-
For
bot.
some reason,
Well, now
I
he's
added in my head
melted.
that something else was left up there with the
No.
giant goat, but
it was just Billy.
Just the.
Since Bing
the Billy, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bong
So you
is
guys
melted,
end
can I have Bing Bong backpack?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna fix him. He's fine.
Puddle of liquid metal.
Puddle of Bing Bong.
You guys make it down that elevator shaft and then onto the floor where you find Erling. But you guys end up with this abomination to fight, which you end up taking out pretty easily.
Yeah. I was like, oh no, what's
I
coming?
think
Out of
you're-
that thing.
Steve mentioned that is possibly the easiest path that you could have taken, and that there were multiple ways to get there.
Second easiest path. So I covered this in our my TaleSpire stream, Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern, here on Twitch. And they're like the number one easiest way would be to go directly to the freight elevator, like Niph was going to do. Go down to that third level basement that Erling was on, and then fought him or fought the abomination and gotten out. You guys went the second easiest way, which included dealing with those bots on the first basement level, then going down. Which there were stairs there, you guys. There were bathrooms too. At one point, Sam mentioned there's no bathrooms around here. Yeah,
Is it
actually,
either
each of the
Sam or
basement
Eric?
levels,
No, I did.
had
Oh, okay.
4 bathrooms.
I was looking around. I'm like, dude, this job would suck. There's no bathrooms anywhere.
The absolute worst way you could have gone that would have ended up with Erling killed was to go to the maintenance elevator, go to the bottom, the basement level 3. So the elevator car was at the bottom of the shaft, and there was a hole in the roof. You guys saw the hole, but you didn't go down in there. Down in there, the doors were open. There were turrets there that you would have had to fight. And then you went and you would have gone into the kind of maintenance room, the generator room, where you would have fought one of those Vanderveils, the giant robots that attacked the Colburn estate. You would have fought one of them that had legendary actions, including turrets. Many would have given a like a speech. There was also a radiant capacitor down there.
Fuck.
And
Could have had 2.
the building probably wouldn't have collapsed. You would have had to make your way out. But
Metroid style?
while you were fighting that robot down there, Erling would have died. So it wasn't the worst outcome.
I would have been so upset.
Also, that fight with that Vanderveil would have been really bad. Like, it was buffed to shit. That abomination was not meant to be super difficult. Did
you homebrew the Vanderveil?
Yes, 100% homebrew.
I like that. That.
The abomination wasn't meant to be a very difficult fight because if you went that route where Erling was saved, the assault on the Colburn estate would have gone through. So that was going to be the big battle.
So when we defeated that abomination, Steve was like, you guys had it easy and you have no idea.
Yeah, you guys were like, well, that was easy. And like, I mean, afterwards, she's like, oh, you should have just buffed that. That was too easy. And I'm like, oh, well.
When you all meet Erling, that was its own moment for Niph to see her brother again. Were you in a moment of, oh, here's my brother, like trying to catch up and also get out of here, or like did you know that was true Erling right away?
Niph didn't question for a second. Emmy did. I was like, there is a full possibility that this is not my brother, but my character wouldn't really necessarily have thought that. So she was just like, we got Erling, we got to get out of here before something happens. Minnie's coming for us. She's gonna be super pissed that he's not dead.
Gendry was also very suspicious.
He was ready
very
to stab.
suspicious.
Yeah, he was ready to just wanting to use his poison.
Oh my god, will he ever get to?
Oh gosh, speaking of the poison, like Cedric selling his poison.
I
For a
think
deck
Eric,
of cards that I haven't even used yet.
Yep.
Eric holds a grudge, not just
Eric.
Gendry.
Yeah, Eric does.
Eric is so mad.
See, now that I have the deck of cards in my hand, I don't want to waste them. I'm just like,
True, we just had the biggest battle of our
That's your
lives,
bomb,
and you did not use.
oh no, I figured the robots would not even care about the illusions. They would just see right through it.
Yeah.
It's not. They don't emit heat or anything, and I was just like,
Yeah, the
I thought I knew they
Vanderveils
had
would have
heat
seen right
vision,
through
but
it. The others might have fallen for it.
I guess I probably metagame that a little bit because Cedric probably wouldn't.
I don't know that Cedric would have really given that any thought at that time.
No, I was
got pretty
busy
fucked up pretty
dying.
quickly.
Yeah.
Literally round one.
Yep.
Ouchies.
And I even give you all a long rest.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got a sizable hit point pool, so
Formidable, even.
Formidable.
Maybe.
Eric goes never forget for the poison.
Never forget the poison.
He'll never let that go.
Well, now
Moment of
that needs to
silence.
be a shirt.
So for the dungeon, is there anything else you guys want to bring up, talk about as far as
So
how that all went?
to clarify the order of events, basically, as soon as Niph told Minnie no, she basically released the hold on the containment cell for the abomination. It broke out, which was the boom you heard and the roaring. It charged at Erling. He was working on the other end of the lab where you saw him on the cameras. He kept kind of dodging it. He took some damage, but he kept dodging it and luring it to smash into walls, which it smashed out of the lab and into the next room, and then into the next room. He was just trying to wear it down. And then he finally lured it into that storage room that he knew about because they were actively using it. And he closed the door, and it was trapped in there until it busted out once you found him. So that's what was going on while you guys were dungeon diving.
So the longer it took for them to get to him, the more chances that abomination had to get out and get to him.
Yeah, but I mean, mechanically, peek behind the curtain. I wanted to give you guys time to explore, but a sense of urgency. So I probably wouldn't have, unless you did something like super long, like take a short rest or something. I wouldn't have like changed the reveal or anything.
Okay.
What were you
I
gonna say,
genuinely thought he was like that you were putting us on a timer, which is why Emmy was still talking to Minnie. I was like, yeah, shut up, and she's stalling us. Let's go.
No,
Please,
I did
Daddy,
not
good
have an
assessment,
actual
though.
timer for that, no.
One funny thing in the dungeon when we were trying to get out of there and Erling was like, I left something in the lab. Niphrum's just like, sure, let's go. Emmy was like, uh-oh, what's he gonna do? This isn't Erling. He's gonna fuck us up. He's leading us to a trap. And then Minnie starts talking to us and Erling's behind us. And I'm sitting there watching this all happen. I was like, he's gonna fucking come behind us and murder us. What's going on? This isn't my brother. And then he's like, oh, here's a portal. Let's go. Everybody run. Let's get in there.
He left his dongle
was
at
like,
his desk.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought we were gonna die.
Yeah. It's a security threat. You never leave your dongle around.
Never leave your dongle at the desk.
He was a little distracted
No.
when he left there. so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a rush.
My dongle is always at my desk.
Anyway, moving
Nice.
on.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Teleport. You guys get teleported out of there and back to the Colburn Estates, which I'm assuming is Erling's normal travel from work to home, as
So,
far as vacation time or going home to see family and stuff.
so when I was like thinking, where would the teleportation circle to Colburn Estate be? Because Einar is a paranoid man. There's no way he would allow a teleportation circle on the estate grounds. So Erling, for the most part, would probably teleport back to somewhere near and then travel by cart or horse to get home. But he, being a little bit Niph-y, wanted kind of
Fail safe?
to get back home in like immediately in case something happened.
Break glass in case
so-
of emergency.
That's why the teleportation circle was in the cow pen. He put it there without anyone else knowing. That was a secret teleportation circle.
Clever little bitch.
Yeah.
That's why everyone was surprised.
So, yeah. That's why I have cow manure in my boots.
Yep.
Probably.
Well, one of the reasons.
You're teleporting wrong if you have manure in your boots.
Some of it was already there, to be fair.
Are you
So
saying
you
that
get
Marcus
there.
is a cow? Oh,
You get there, and then you have some parent time with the gods.
yeah. Also not my idea.
So you guys go straight in there. And here's the weird thing to me is thinking about it. You went through the lockdown, but you have no idea where the rest of your family is. You don't know if any of your siblings are there.
Nope. I actually thought of that during the battle. I thought about, because the twins' room was right where Niph ended up being. She went in front of there as a defense because she knew the twins' room was right there. And also the drones coming after the giant cannon that was fucking up everything else. Sorry, I jumped ahead, but...
Real quick, sorry, Viv said, wait, no one noticed that he kept going into the cow pens every day for a year? I will say, in my world, it takes so much shorter than a year to create a teleportation circle because I've always thought that's ridiculous. It's crazy. A year
every day
of
for a year.
casting for a fucking year?
That
Fuck
is
that noise.
pretty
No.
nuts.
Takes maybe a week.
But still, it's a week going to the cow pen. I mean,
Yeah,
Steve-
but you know.
Steve's just
He might
wiring
just
D&D.
he might just have a thing for one of the cow herders.
Yeah,
or whatever.
nah, he's having a tryst with one of the thrall. A
Morvar.
year in this economy? Thanks, Cyber.
Yo, Cyber!
you all get there, and you're trying to explain to the parents like what happened, and to Erling as far as your guys' meeting with the gods and trying to relay that, and then who was it that had the idea to just go ahead and call him out?
So about a week before, Tyler texted me and was like, hey, have you thought about getting everybody together around the radiant capacitor and like praying to a god to give you like a long rest? And I was like, no, I haven't. That's a great idea because we don't have time for a long rest and we're low on resources. And then we never got around to it in the dungeon. So afterwards I was like, I wonder if we could like convince Erling and Einar by bringing one of the gods here. And maybe if we all kind of do the praying thing, that'll up our chances. I don't know. So not my idea.
And without even asking for the health for the long rest, Steve gives it to you.
Sick minds think alike. I already had the idea because I'm like, I don't like. She'd attack immediately. She would have been staging this for a while, just in case as a failsafe.
Yeah.
So I needed a way for you guys to, get full health because I mentioned it during the last episode, but I mean, to be honest, this is the first fight that I didn't balance whatsoever. I literally dropped a bunch of minis on the battle or on the map and said, "There, fight that."
Honestly,
It was
one of
entirely
my-
possible you could have TPK'd.
Yeah.
What's that, Josh?
You're muted.
Am I
Oh,
muted?
sorry.
Oh, no.
Nope.
No, I'm not.
Yep.
I said a bunch of minis.
Come on
One of
now.
my favorite parts, though, of getting back to the Colburn estate was Erling and my father having this sweet moment of a hug. The first time Dad's probably ever given him a hug. And
It
Cedric's
is the
like, let me
first.
get in on this. Let me get in on this.
Your father
He's
is not
covered
a
in
hugger.
blood.
Cedric's a hugger. Cedric's a hugger.
Your
That was
father's not a
amazing.
hugger, but Cedric
Anytime
is.
There's a hug.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
yes.
loving
It's
that.
gonna be like Cedric's gonna be like across the map, and you're gonna hug someone, and suddenly he's just gonna rise and like
Suddenly appear, misty step
from?
over.
I love that idea that he's just gonna like have no social awareness of how inappropriate this is. He's just going in for it.
yeah. What Cedric has turned into is not what I expected. He's becoming more and more.
I love it though. I love
He's
it.
beautiful. I love Cedric. I would kill for that man. Have done.
Well, you guys get into with the gods there. Really, this is like a back and forth chat between you and the gods with just the family going,
Yep.
like, just
Because
starts
I'm
like
too lazy to
dumbstruck.
roleplay them.
Yeah, well, You're just lucky enough that you remember that they were there.
Yeah. They're there.
They were
Good
Oscar
enough.
and Orvar. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was really
You had,
hoping for a Hertha redemption arc.
Well,
It's not over yet.
it's
She not dead
it's
yet.
over yet. You have it next week.
We'll see what the repercussions of what happened at the end of last episode.
Last week, after the episode ended, I was pretty distraught. I was like, all I can think of is next week, if Hertha is the one that fucking like resurrects my father, I'm gonna be so mad. And no, Steve did not sleep on the couch that night. I love him too much. Get back up here. I miss your
He
face.
slept in the actual.
I'm scared.
He slept in the actual dog cage.
No, I was just like, I could not believe he did that.
I could fit in the kennel.
For the first time on this show, for the first time, I was like, in last week's episode, I was like, hey, everything's going okay. Like, sure, Cedric went down for a minute. Gendry's down, but we're going to get him. Like, I felt for the first time confident that we were going to get through this battle with no one actually dying. And I was like, in a good mood and being goofy and silly in my normal self. And then my dad gets blown off of the bridge.
Ooh, spoilers.
Blasting
for
off again.
anyone who hasn't watched last week's episode or yesterday's YouTube.
Available on the
premiere.
VOD.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gendry was a chair for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
I sat on him.
I'm just assuming Gendry's always a chair at this point. And then you get into the lockdown, you get into the battle after the long rest and stuff. Now, is there any lore drop as far as what you guys want to talk about with the gods there? Is what come across? Anything you guys were shocked about or surprised about?
Quite a bit of lore.
Minnie's an AI. Which I've been suspicious of since the whole.
There have been, there's been a couple in the audience that had suspicions. I believe Viv had that
Yes.
idea. Hang on, let me check something.
I totally
But
did not at all.
Really?
You
No.
didn't?
It was when I had
No,
the
I did.
earpiece.
It was, yeah. It was during that dungeon is where I'm like, she's an AI. It was during, I was about certain at that point, and then you all confirmed it with the meeting with the gods.
When I had the earpiece and Steve was like, she's talking to me, and then in the same tone, same voice, but more mechanical, I was like, oh fuck, this bitch is AI. Uh-oh. 'Cause it was her voice.
Which explains the lack of what's the term I'm looking for as far as if you're from a different region.
Oh, lack of accent.
Yeah, the lack of accent.
Mm-hmm.
Although the gods also have a lack of accents, so
Yep.
and they seem corporeal and have been able to interact. And
My suspicion is that's just because they're from before. They were from the
From
Emir.
America.
Minnie said she was from the Emir times too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm suspecting that
or at
that's
least
just
the good
different from
part,
time.
the important part.
I'm stuck on the assumption that Minnie is and was created by the Aesir to
Well, she was-
help them try to contain or get the people of the world to do more of what they wanted as far as
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, I believe you said that Minnie was created by Valkyr.
By Valkyr.
and Valkyr could have been ran by
Emir.
and influenced by the Emir or the Aesir.
I don't know if it was the Aesir.
Shrug.
It could
Shrug.
be.
It's ran by Cedric Thorvald,
Yep, that tracks.
CEO, executive.
God damn it, Josh.
So, before we get into the battle that was the last 2 episodes, which to be honest, guys, this has went on a lot longer than I was anticipating, just because I really didn't know what to expect for myself, this is okay because getting into it, this is where we're going to bring up topics, questions, and stuff in the heart of the conversation. So, Steve, I have something from Eric.
Oh boy.
To play. So, how do you want me to handle that? Do you want me to send it to you?
So, yeah, is it a video or an audio?
Yes, video.
You can message it to me if it's not too big.
Let's see here.
What's that, Josh?
What'd you say, Josh?
Porn.
Should have done this.
Are we about to get rickrolled?
Should send it to me ahead of time. Is it very long?
I also didn't want you to know about it.
I told you I wouldn't look at anything you send. Except the first couple seconds to make sure it plays.
It is a Google Drive.
Oh, it's on Google Drive? Okay.
And
if you can shoot me that link if it's shared. Or you can share it with
video of Sam talking about Irish potatoes.
Bob account.
Text here and send it to you here.
All right.
Let's see if this gets you.
That would be the different kinds of potatoes, like Yukon Gold or red, yellow.
It's so easy to
I had asked Eric, here's a few questions that we may get into as far as this. I was like, hey, Eric, how do you feel about recording some of these questions so you could feel like, we want to have you involved on the show? Yeah. I mean, he is here. I've got him right here. He's sitting next to me.
We haven't seen him in a while.
You're sitting on him.
Yeah, I'm not sitting on him.
That would be Marcus's job.
Yeah.
That'd be rude.
I pitched him some ideas, and he made something for us, and I've already watched it. It's awesome. So I wanted to make sure I got it to you guys.
Okay, so give me one more moment of vamping here. Vamp for a moment.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Eric is here.
Let's see. Vamp more than that.
Sausage.
Hey Sam, what were you saying about
sausage?
What were you saying about the Emir just a second ago? When everybody was
the
talking.
Aesir, I think that they might live on the Hothering.
Oh. Interesting.
I agree with that assumption.
Or some people do.
It would make sense.
No, I think they do.
I have some theories, but I don't want to share them because I don't want to influence anything.
Oh gosh, the first day I got told about Thorin, I think it might have been your guys' session 0 that I sat in on.
Yep.
And that night I got pretty wasted, and we were up for hours talking theory about Thorin and how what the world is and how things are supposed to work. And I immediately pitched some ideas that I had, and a lot of them were pretty good, and I can't remember what any of them are now.
I do.
Oh, I remember what one of them is. One of them was the idea of when the Hothering passes or is on the far side, would the sun's reflection off of the Hothering, could it reflect off and make the top side warmer so that there could be a tropic area up there that's just out of reach?
Shrug. Hey, so I think I got it set up. Let me switch to this one moment. Give me 1 second as I finish setting it up. Hang on.
It's going.
Oh, yeah, hang on.
We told you to hold on, Eric.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I gotta make sure the monitor's on and it goes to the right. Tracks. 1 moment. Okay, I have not seen this.
In video, Eric still isn't paying attention to Steve and just does what he wants.
Absolutely. All right, you guys should hear this. Let me know in chat if you can't. Wait, I can't hear it.
It's quiet.
Yeah, give me 1 moment.
I know you've already.
I'm sorry, because I can't hear it. I need to do one thing real quick. one thing real
No
quick.
sync.
He needs to shave.
Yeah, the sync might be a little off. One sec. Audio monitor, yes.
He needs to
and
shave. Jesus Christ, Sam.
Sort of rude. And that should do it. Okay, I'm gonna try it one more time.
Well, hello. Gendry here. I know you've all been missing me. I'd miss me too if I never heard of myself before. That went south. I'm sorry about that. So I'm here to answer some of your most burning questions. So let's get to it. So, a big one that I've been hearing a lot about is, am I, Gendry, secretly in love with Loki? Apparently that's a burning question. I'm just gonna say this one time for the people in the back. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No. I hope that sufficiently answers that question. Along the same lines, is Gendry secretly in love with Cedric? I believe you all know the answer to that. Absolutely. Yes? No. Absolutely not. No, he would be. If anything, Cedric is my hetero life mate. Marcus is just left in the dust on that one. Marcus, jog on. Here's a big one. What's up with the food and drink stuff? That's certainly a thing. You guys are not crazy. In order to answer that, I would need to go deep into my backstory, and I've already really talked too much about that, so I really don't think I want to bring that up again. Actually, you know what? I'll answer that question and this one. What is Gendry's deal? So, actually, I'm sorry. Before I answer those two things, one last thing. So last week's episode, at the very, very tail end there was a smidge of Gendry lore, as they would call it. Right, so the whole weird face thing. When Steve and I were originally talking about this character and the whole disguises, we had talked about if Gendry comes close to death, which I believe this is one of 2 times in this campaign that I can remember, at least, where Gendry did come somewhat close to death. I don't think death was ever really on the table unless that robot super just wampa stomped me a few more times. But we did discuss that whenever that would happen, the whole disguise thing would slip and you'd see what's really going on. So yeah, I think that, and we didn't talk about that beforehand because obviously we didn't know what was going to happen in that session, but I feel like that kind of went really well, and I really appreciate everybody going with me on that one. Okay, now for the Gendry lore. So strap yourselves in. So this is okay. So when Gendry, it all kind of just came together from there, and I mean, you guys know the rest of the story. That's it. That's Gendry's backstory. I mean, in a nutshell. But you know what? I mean, I really appreciate all you guys and your fun, guessing what it is, what it might be. So yeah, some of you.
Oh my god!
Turns out some of you were right, some of you were wrong. But anyways, back to you. Let's play some long rest. Or whatever Steve does.
Wow.
That was incredible.
That was something.
I'm crying.
Was something. Holy crap.
Might have stole the show from not even being on it.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Jesus, Eric, that was amazing. Round of applause for Eric. That was hilarious. What in the bird over shoulder? Holy crap.
That was
Oh
so
my gosh.
weird.
He made a comment. He goes, "Oh crap! I recorded this whole thing, and I used the wrong layout or something overlay." And I'm like, I just had made mention of something like, I'll just put a bird in there, flipping it off or something. And next thing I know, he's like, "Oh, I got a perfect thing for it," and then he sends me that.
He already
I
had
fell
it.
over. I fell over. Just
Oh my
gone.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Oh.
Gosh.
That was
That's
amazing.
amazing.
And I love that he already had those pictures ready.
Man. Oh, Eric, that was great.
That was
Perfect.
amazing.
That was great.
Oh, so that leads us into that battle that actually caused some stuff to happen to Gendry. This was a 2-session battle where the Colburn estate gets our third
Attacked?
what?
Well, sorry, our third time that battle's gone across 2 episodes.
Yeah.
The Scavvy Hideout was 3 episodes, but
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys get out there and just immediately just start going for it. You see the fire in the background as Steve loads up TaleSpire, and just you can see everything just coming in waves of what's actually happening. As Emmy had actually made it that she just made Steve a really good battle map at that point.
Yep.
I sliced off a bit of her map because
A
it would
large
have
bit.
killed all of our systems.
Yes, it would have.
And extended out the forest. That's all I did. And really, I just copied and pasted bits of the forest and rotated
Where some of
so
the
it
trees
didn't look
weren't
the same.
touching the ground.
Yeah.
I've done
Yeah,
that.
that was
So-
cool.
This battle, Steven mentioned that he did not level this as far as that went.
Kind of eyeballed
Was there
it.
any point going into it? You all had different mechanics that you actually had control of. Sam, you had control of
Nox.
Nox.
Yeah.
Josh had control of the fighters, and then Eric had control of the archers. And then Emmy also had control of Erling during that time.
Yep.
So between you guys, as far as putting in these extra rounds with what these people can do you find that difficult trying to stage what they're going to do on what you're going to do, or do you think it's beneficial? Did you work them in a way that helped your character
Good
down
question.
the road? Not all of you at once.
Emmy, you might be muted.
I was waiting for
Listen,
Amy because she
let's-
was talking.
Let's start with Josh.
Yeah, your fighters.
He looks like he's paying attention.
I was totally paying attention. 100%. How could you
It was a
tell?
question for all of us.
Did you enjoy controlling the Colburn guards, and did you use
I
them
did.
to
They
kind
did
of help
way
your
more-
character out?
Yeah, they did way more damage than I did. That's for sure. They were killing it. I initially was trying to be tactful, right? Like, and have them kind of go forward as I go forward, but yeah, that didn't work out. I almost died. That was pretty intense.
But one of them helped you back up to 1 hit point.
It's true. And then I got down again. But I like
I got up
making them the
again,
sand
and they're
people
never
from
gonna
Star
knock me
Wars.
down.
Sam?
But yeah,
You done?
I am done. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
I didn't want to interrupt.
No, I'm just
You're
kidding.
good.
Go ahead.
Well, I found it helpful, but also, when I was playing as Nox, I'm like, why can't he smite? This guy sucks. I like that little extra pop of, fuck you in particular. Other than that, I just, I had them back to back, I wanted to get them out to help everyone else, but then the robots just
they came to you.
Ah, crap. Now I'm just two soldiers back to back, watching each other's back, trying not to get killed.
I love Nox, and I appreciate that he's not dead.
I tried my best.
Unlike some family members.
Ooh. Amy, what was it like playing Erling?
So Erling has an actual character sheet, and I had to spend a week trying to learn it. And Artificer is a complicated class, so it is, at least for me. I have problems with reading and skipping over things and then going, wait, what did I just read? And whatever. But Erling was super, super useful. Steve allowed me to pick his spells, his Artificer spells, and I picked those based off of my knowledge of Erling and what he might employ. And then every move that he made in battle was something I thought he would probably do. It was fun.
Yeah, I like giving, because I did the same thing with the ships. I feel like when you're fighting a whole bunch of enemies, and maybe even some people are on your side, I feel like it's a whole lot of me fighting me, and I don't want you guys to get bored. So, and I'm also lazy, so I'm like, here, you deal with it.
Yeah, it spices it up a little bit. It's not just waiting super long for your turn to come around.
Yep.
And Eric did really well with the archers as well.
Finding those ballista, that was smart. I didn't think of that.
And taking down a bunch of the bomber drones, which could have been absolutely deadly for us.
Those bomber drones basically dropped fireballs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Well, and using the rogue aspect of them, convincing you to allow the archers to split up into groups.
Yeah.
So they go after this target and they go after that target. That was a really good idea.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I was just going to be choose a target and they'll all attack. But he's like, can some of them fight this and some of them fight that? I'm like, I don't see why not.
Can some of them go up to this ballista that's going to take
3 rounds
to
to
half?
It was more damage, though.
Played.
Killed 2 people with it.
Yep.
So we get into there. We're doing this battle. There's smoke boobs that get thrown on the map.
I thought that was going to be really helpful.
Gosh,
I mean,
you threw those?
No, it was.
No, Eric did.
Eric.
They were
I was gonna say
super
it had to have been
helpful
Eric.
until Gendry went down.
Yeah.
Then they were very not helpful. It was really upsetting for Emmy. Niph had no idea, but I was like, oh my god, what are we going to do?
It didn't
No one
help
knows he's
that
down.
with these with the mechs, with the robots, the idea of true sight, that didn't help with the smoke at all.
So the Vanderveils are the only ones with heat vision. The giant robots are. The others did not. But yeah.
So it helped with the smaller dudes.
Yeah, it helped with the smaller ones, the humanoids. It did some work. It definitely did some work. It also blocked some lines of sight.
Yep.
And stuff like that. So it helped. It just, unfortunately, the biggest threat, it doesn't nullify.
Yeah.
Which is me.
Well,
Jesus.
you were
You
invisible.
did that
anyway.
yourself.
God.
So you guys got into this battle. It's dwindling down. Actually, it's at a point where if this hadn't have happened, it could have went either way. You guys were in pretty bad shape when Nifrum's father shows up.
Deus Ex Machina!
And does the "you shall not pass" moment and just electrifies everything.
Oh, that was like Gandalf, like 40 years older than he should be right there.
So, if I may
more
read something really quick from my notes, my random notes that I have on my phone. This was, again, I mentioned it before that most of this campaign's been written as I drift off to sleep, and then I have to, like, wake up, roll over, and type it into my phone. But I wrote stuff like robot attack on the Colburn estate, drones dropping bomb. You can shoot at you could have shot at the holes. It would have been high AC, but then I just wrote fuck.
Giggity.
Kill her father.
So it was planned the whole time.
Kind of.
Wow.
There wasn't a series of events that led up to that moment, but that moment was destined.
That was a bit of railroading, but it's to further a bit. You'll see.
So, with that said, no body, no death.
Put him on the couch. Back to the couch.
Yeah.
I am a sick bastard, aren't I?
Maybe. Yes. So, I imagine you guys, now that battle is over, you guys are just kind of licking your wounds here. Gendry is missing half of his face.
He put a mask back on.
Yeah, he took off to fix it.
Fun little credit to Eric real quick. The whole fate, like smashing his face, was just flavor text for how hard he got hit. It was his idea to be like, that's gonna tear off like part of my mask, and I'm like, go for it.
So,
sorry, go ahead.
Eric, if you're still here with us in the chat, I do have a question, and that is, was that face Gendry, and is that face now destroyed? As far as, can you be Gendry again?
Oh, that's a good question.
With the face.
That's
or
a good
will you
question.
will you have to be somebody else from now on?
I mean, he can still be Gendry, but he'll look like someone else.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I'll keep an eye out for his answer. We can move on. Thanks to the delay.
The end of the that battle, everyone's kind of licking the wounds. Oh, he's thinking about it. Are you guys expected or excited? Do you even have an idea what next episode's going to entail?
Taking a nap.
A little bit of trauma on Nifrim's part. In the episode, I said that she went to help find her father, but I talked to Steve afterwards, and I think I've talked him into retconning that. She would have gone around the rest of the house looking for anybody else that needed help for the battle. She is putting whatever that was that happened out of her head. She doesn't even want to consider the possibility of something like that happening. So next episode's gonna suck for her.
You also gotta find out they enacted Code Zulu. Nox did. We'll have to see what that is. Eric says.
Eric came back.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says could go a couple ways. Maybe we could have it come down to a roll of some kind, but I could definitely see Gendry trying to fix that face. So we'll see in the next episode.
I'd give that a roll.
Stay tuned.
Really going to go on with that? So at the end of that episode, it was pretty much a call from Nox saying, we must go to the temple.
Code Zulu, meet at the temple.
So,
what do you guys think that means?
Imagine.
I have some theories that I would like to keep to myself.
Maybe an evacuation.
True resurrection.
Or a mass like prayer session to Hela.
They do worship Hela, Queen of the Dead.
Or maybe they've got some kind of like more defense tech.
It's just a fucking party.
He's dead!
I was gonna say, like, for the next episode, if Marcus gets a chance, he's gonna try and go after Comfrey.
Oh my god! Post-battle, he's like, so...
Grief sex.
That was really nuts.
Either that or the other, the brother that likes him.
Whichever.
He'd probably go for it.
Yeah. Just make sure.
Osmond comforting,
Yeah.
okay?
Just make sure when you get to the temple that you have that radiant capacitor with you.
Oof.
Yeah.
So that brings us full circle to the end of what was last week's episode, or yesterday's, depending on how you watch the show.
That's a lot for 12 episodes.
Gosh, that was a lot for 2.5 hours of the stream. So there is a couple more things. We had some actual really good questions within the long rest episode questions.
Discord.forgeoflore.com.
There's a few of them that really stood out to me. One, Sam, you made a comment to one of the questions or somewhere that you made Marcus to show people that a paladin doesn't have to be a stick in the mud.
Yeah.
Give me some examples as far as where you have implemented that.
Generally, trying to help with Gendry stealing stuff, you know. The actively
Banging Siddart's
denying
mom.
that he's not out for vengeance, but in the back of his mind, he absolutely knows that he's going to do a murder. That's what he's doing.
Going to do a murder.
He pretends like it's not like his thing, but he's in the back of his head. He's like, as long as nobody calls me out on it too hard, I won't have to kill them.
Woo!
All right.
Damn.
So Indie Geek had a question for when creating Thorin, what kind of research did you have to do for native flora, fauna, the Nordic region to bring up your planet to actually make Thorin?
Well, that, regarding the flora and fauna specifically, I actually didn't have to worry about that because, while the culture's Norse, the terrain's different. Obviously, Muspelheim is like desert. Alfheim is lush. There is the frigid region to the south, but we haven't been there yet, and not many people there. But I did do a lot of just general research into the culture, the hierarchy, the social hierarchy, Jarls, Carls, Thrall, Kings, and stuff like that. But it, honestly, once again, I gotta shout out Jackson Crawford on YouTube. He's got some amazingly entertaining videos. He's super good at, he doesn't have, he's not like, he doesn't believe in Norse, like, he doesn't practice the religion of Norse or anything, so he doesn't, like, paint a certain picture. It's just fact after fact after fact. And he's been very informative, and because I'm a patron of him, he hangs out on Zoom with his patrons every month, and that's where I've actually gotten him to directly translate several things, like the Munadir, those who would be remembered, couple other things. I got another thing coming up that he translated just this week for me. That's coming up soon, and stuff like that. But yeah, lots of research, but honestly, it's fascinating stuff because a lot of the stuff most people think about when they think about Vikings is fucking bullshit. So it's fun learning the truth.
All right. So Cyber Rumor had a question saying, what characters did you all consider before choosing who you are? And are you willing to say what your backup character is? Or, in Emmy's case, do you have a backup character, or are you just nailed to Niph?
I mean, I will fight to her last breath for sure.
Literally.
To keep her in the campaign. But I do have a backup character.
I have backup characters. They were not created beforehand because my creative process is roll for the stat line and then choose a race and then choose from there because I just flow more organically like that. Like I don't set out with a character in mind unless I'm a DM, and then I do that.
All right. Josh, if you can hear us, there's the question was, is he? I thought I heard him.
Soft muted.
Nope.
Probably.
I was double muted.
Oh, double complete
I was gonna
mute.
say, you hit the button.
Whoa!
Going into this campaign, were there other characters you were choosing to play before you chose Cedric? And
pizza.
yeah, and what is if you have a backup character, are you willing to divulge who it is or what it is?
So before Cedric, I was playing a rogue for actually Eric's campaign. Named Dash Connors. He got a country accent, so I wanted to do something opposite of a rogue. So I decided to go full barbarian. I didn't even think about it. I said barbarian. It is doing it.
Nice.
As far as a backup character, I've thought bard, but I also like the idea of doing some sort of druid. Because I feel like that and Viking lore could go really well.
It really could. It really could. What's up, Amy?
Yes.
Josh, can I tell the audience what your original pronunciation for Cedric's name was?
Yeah, I don't remember myself.
please tell, because I don't know.
Originally, he was going to be called Sidoric, and then Eric continuously made jokes. What was it?
Sidork.
Sidork.
Yeah, like side duck, but
Josh was
Sidork.
like, "Fine, his name's Cedric."
Well, I think Steve was like said Cedric, and I was like, wait, what?
I also mentioned that, like when they were creating characters, I mentioned that in Old Norse, they always, the emphasis is always on the first syllable. Like, it's never Emir, it's Emir. It's not Bifrost, it's Bifrost. I kind of did a similar thing with Eric's character, because he didn't really care for a name, and Emmy, funny, I think we mentioned before, Emmy just wrote, like,
I needed
Gendry.
a name for the overlay, so I just put Gendry Phillips in there, just being stupid.
As a placeholder, and
he was like, "Sure,
loved
that's
it.
his name."
And he's
no,
like,
he loved it. I think he was
and
just
then
like,
he's
"That'll
like-
work, whatever."
He's like, Gentry or Gentry? And I'm like, well, I mean, you can do either, but I'll tell you, Old Norse never had a soft G. It's always G, never J. For a G in Old Norse. He's like, Gendry it is, whatever, I don't care, man.
Oh, you muted
Which
Josh.
now
It was just a coincidence that it came from Game of Thrones.
It was.
Well,
it absolutely
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it kind of makes sense. Like the way he was handed the name, in a sense, is like kind of really almost plays in the way this is working out into the lore of Gendry.
Kind of all worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Gosh, man. So, I've got just a few more things, and I think we're gonna wrap it up. The TaleSpire stuff. As far as that goes, Steve, you've been doing an excellent job of creating these maps. I'm sure you're getting a lot of views on your TaleSpire Sundays that you do. And but for everyone else, learning the character side of TaleSpire, has that been, what is that like in game as far as in stream? And now you're trying to run another program. It's almost like you're playing a video game in a game that you're streaming.
Yes. I think I need 3 screens. It is really hard. I have to keep it super tiny on my computer so that I can see all of the things that I need to see.
Tell me about it. It takes up a corner. I have 3, and it takes up a corner.
Gosh.
Sam?
I usually multitask, like, whatever I'm doing, just because of the ADHD, so, like, it's not different for me. Like, I'll have, like, right now I have a spiral of windows on my second screen, and then the main screen that is usually used for, TaleSpire or whatever we're doing. So, it's Discord, then it's OBS, then it's Skype, and then it's, the character sheet. And then I just cycle between them.
You can minimize Skype. Anyway.
Yeah, but I want to keep it open just in case it crashes or something.
He's not wrong.
I monitor everything, so I go in a spiral every time. I'm like, yep.
I like it.
Josh,
every couple of minutes I go through and check.
Yeah, so like when I've got mine up, I've got my Discord up on one full screen, and then I put TaleSpire right in the middle under our faces.
Oh, nice.
And so that way, and then on the left-hand side, one half of the screen is Twitch, and the other one is my D&D Beyond.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's similar to the way I've got what's going on right now, since it's the first time streaming with you guys, and actually first time between the Skype and being here with you. I've got Discord is up on one screen. The Twitch chat is half of the other, with my notes for the show on the other half. But I also brought up my laptop off to the side. That way, if I needed to search something or do anything else, I had something dedicated where I didn't have to compromise on any of the other things.
Meanwhile, I'm over here with 2 mice, 2 keyboard, a tablet, 4 screens across 3 computers. Send help.
I was going to say the computer in the living room.
Screen, I would have it.
Yeah, I set her laptop in the living room, which runs the DM view of TaleSpire. I remote into it in the corner of one of my screens. I got
because it's
TV.
super loud.
Yeah, because it's super loud, because it barely runs TaleSpire. Because it's old.
She's getting old.
Yep.
Leave her alone.
Powerful laptop, 8 pounds, that laptop.
Gosh.
Anyway.
So, Emmy, one of the last things that I actually have, and this is a personal thing for me, is the whales. You never send the whales to the grave. You always seem to forget.
No. Okay,
So Tyler's too good at D&D.
For the longest time, we have been fighting just one-on-one battles, like just one person at a time, or the radius is only a 30-foot radius. So if I hurt somebody, I've got 30 feet between where they are to be able to send the whales from the grave. So I did forget about it for a while because we were only fighting one thing at a time. And like Eggard and the Kraken and, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Totally. And then in this battle, I was like, we're fighting a bunch of machines. I don't know if that works. And I didn't ask.
Eric called it out to you. And there was one stream, and I don't remember where it was. And it might have been the first battle in the dungeon with all the little guys. I might have been like, hey, Emmy, what's up with the whales? And that's all I put in chat, and that's all I was gonna do.
I didn't see
and
it.
nobody said
unfortunately, guys, we can't always see the chat live during the show, but we do a review after. And
that's one of the things that I've actually got to. I kind of turned myself back. There's not a lot of chances that I actually get to watch you guys live on the Twitch, due to conflicts with work.
Sorry about the weird schedule, guys. We got weird schedules we got to work around.
Like I find myself when I am able to engage and watch and message on the chat, it's like I got to put a filter on because I don't want to say something that may be like beneficial to you guys. Maybe because I feel like I might know too much. Not that I do, but I know you all.
Yeah. So. To be clear, Tyler doesn't know like any extra like secrets or anything. In fact, I often turn to him for. So, any new theories? Because I love hearing theories, not just from like the audience. I'll always, after every episode that there's like a lore drop, I'll instantly grill Emmy. So, what are your thoughts? What are your theories? Because I want to know how, like, this is my first time working with a group and a big mystery, and I'm kind of trying to feel out how subtle I'm being. If I'm kind of leading you in the right direction or leading you in the wrong direction, and you start going down roads that fucking are nothing.
Or useless.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's, I like hearing even the craziest theories. So always, join our Discord, discord.forgelore.com.
Yep.
Tell me your crazy fucking theory. I want to know.
Oh, yeah.
Crazier the better.
You almost need a theories channel.
Well, there's the Skald campaign discussion. You can always throw them in there.
Yeah.
But
It's a good place for theories.
the crazier the theory, the better, because I assure you the truth is crazier.
But there's also sometimes where Steve could get ideas from theories. So you don't want to get too crazy.
Well,
So that's
I'll tell
why Viv
you-
is always right. I got
Low key, Viv's actually writing this camp. No, I have everything set in stone as far as the overarching story. Little details, maybe, but I'll tell you now, the actual overarching story and where you're headed and what's going on in the background, I have set completely. It's right here in this device and in my notes, but
Yep.
so don't steal my phone, anyone.
Yeah.
Steal and send it to me.
Absolutely not.
Steve, do you want to do the TaleSpire giveaway before we sign off?
Spoilers.
Last chance, guys. Exclamation mark enter space 1 for a TaleSpire giveaway. If you're new to the show, first of all, welcome. We just finished talking about, our nice little Skald campaign, but we use TaleSpire, 3D virtual tabletop maps. It's like digital Dwarven Forge. It's the fucking bomb. If you want to see more about it, of course, like I said, I do stream Sundays, 5 p.m. Eastern, some sort of transfer that to your local time zone. Google it. But I stream building the maps, and sometimes you guys help me, like the Þrúðheimr, the Thor's temple. Chat helped me build that. It's a super cool program, super fun, and we're about to give it away for free because the lovely devs over at Bouncy Rock. Show them some love. They have an awesome freaking Discord. This program's awesome. It's still early access, so it is limited, but you can honestly do so much. Look at what we do with it. Holy crap. So, I'm gonna close the giveaway in 3, 2, 1. All right, looks like we got 2 entrants.
Damn it! I was trying to enter. I'm kidding.
And we will draw. Viv won it. So Viv does have it because Cyber gave it, but she mentioned specifically it's
To give it
for
to
her,
someone
like
else.
a friend from her campaign that she wants to use TaleSpire, so we did let her enter. But holy crap, finally Viv won the draw.
Viv finally won.
So Viv, I'll DM that to you in Discord. Congratulations,
Indeed.
everyone. And thank you all for, participating. It's lovely to have you all so much.
It has
You throw
been
it back
great
to
here with
Tyler?
you guys. Yeah. It's been great here with you guys. I'm sure hopefully we don't wait 12 episodes
No.
to get the next
Yeah, we're gonna
long
try to
rest
get it.
in.
Now that we have it set up, we're gonna do
Yeah.
this more often, folks.
Yeah. So I appreciate you guys gathering with me around this fire tonight. Reliving these stories. So you all go ahead and hit that long rest button.
Woo!
maybe I should come back next week.